You actually can just remove this side only and take everything loose, and you can slide the crank shaft out. This one, the piston is stuck fast into the cylinder, and I did shine a flashlight up in there, and the top part of that cylinder does have a gap broke out of it, and that may have been what happened when it probably throwed a rod. The big end of the rod came loose and came up and busted the crankcase. Probably when it did that, it broke the cylinder. Well, somebody came along and fixed it. They repaired the engine and ran it till something else happened to it. So we're going to take it all apart, and I will not use this block here. I'll use that for something else. And one of the questions was, am I going to fix this engine? That's one of the questions that, well, it's it's every day. And yes, to answer that, I'm going to put a igniter engine together, and I'm going to put a spark plug engine together. What I'm doing now is disassembling. I got several of them to take apart, and I want to take them apart to see. I will build an engine out of the one that's got the best parts is the one that's probably the engine we'll build. If you have any idea to rebuild one of these engines, now you kind of notice I very seldom ever use the phrase restore. Oh, it's a struggle to restore one of these engines. I'll tell you that on the get-go. But you can get one running pretty easy. But if you're going to get one running, if you're just going to fix you one of them up, you're going to be doing this stuff right here. Yeah, we will use several parts off of this engine onto the one we're putting together. Y'all watch this. I'll show you something. Watch this. Y'all see that? We got that off of there. That's the first time we've seen it. Look in ya. Oh. Oh, that looks really good right there. Looks really, really, really good. Uh-oh. You see that right there? That's a timing mark on these. You see them two notches right there? Okay. Them two teeth lines up to the tooth that has one notch on it on the crankshaft. That's the way you time them. You just line them up. Got a bearing. Little deterioration on the corner. Looks alright. I'm going to set it aside. And did you know that most people puts a Carter key on there wrong? Just kind of think about it. Look it up in the book. There's a correct way to do that. Got her out of there. If it was easy, somebody else would have got it out of there and I wouldn't own the engine probably. But anyways, we got her out of there. Let's carry on. Oh, let's get some more tools. And we got her. Sometimes you get lucky like that. It's where the piston was stuck in the cylinder. We got that rod cap off of there. Barry, the way that looks. It's a good one. We'll keep that. And crankshaft. We got her out of there. That's what that was the project for today. We can go on to something else now. I'll show you something. Do y'all see that little punch mark on that rod bolt right there? It's a little punch mark. And the mechanic that put this engine together put one of those on each of those bolts, and that way when you put them in, when you put those bolts in the rod, when it comes up there, it will be tight. You have to drive them on up in there. And once you get it up in there, then it will, when you put it together, it won't fall out. It's a good idea.